Welcome to the Carbondale Unitarian Fellowship. That music was lovely, as always. Thank you, Maki. Good morning, and welcome to the Carbondale Unitarian Fellowship. We are a member congregation of the Unitarian Universalist Association. We bring the good news of Unitarian Universalism throughout this region. Our good news is a message of love, freedom, reason, respect, and I always like to add justice as a basis for religious community. My name is Rhonda Kosmicki, and I will be your Sunday service facilitator this morning, and I'm also on the Sunday service committee. We welcome those with open minds and open hearts. We welcome those of all ages, colors, identities, abilities, types of wealth, etc. If you're new here this morning, we want to make a special welcome to you, and we're so glad that you're here with us this morning. If you would like to, you could introduce yourself in the chat, and you know, let us know about yourself, and you can stay afterwards for our coffee hour. This morning is our shared reading service. It's an annual service, and it's always a fun one, and it's always fun to hear what people bring. So if you have a short reading or poem or quote or a limerick or something that you would like to share with us and you forgot to bring it this morning, go grab it right now. This month our theme is nature, and next week we are going to have Charles Ruffner is putting together a service for us that will involve meditation in nature. He will talk to us about his transcendentalist life and his living his land ethic through his forestry. And so that's going to be a really great service. Reverend Sarah Richards is our minister, and she is on a much deserved and well-earned and delayed leave, study leave, and vacation time. And so she will be back in about 6 weeks. And so we welcome her back. And in the meantime, the Sunday service has a lot of good services planned for the next several weeks. And so so we've got you covered. This morning we'll light our chalice, which is something that we always do at the beginning of every service, and Unitarian Universalists around the world do this every service. Our chalice lighting this morning is by Eric Walker Wickstrom, and I really love this chalice lighting for the shared reading service. I think it's perfect. Here today, in this place, and with these people, may we listen so that we can hear. May we hear so that we can feel. May we feel so that we can know. And may we know so that we can change ourselves and this world. May this chalice we light our way. And now with intention, I'm going to place this pebble in this bowl, and I invite you to do a similar thing in your home. And this can be to mark a sorrow or a joy or just something else that you're feeling. I actually do this at home when we do our Sunday services and our spiritual sustenance services. I feel that it helps me to get into the spirit of the service. These are some little bowls that were made by Helen Ashcraft that I got at an art auction, and I just think they're such happy, sweet little bowls. And so I like to have them out with me, and I will do this during the service too. So I invite you to try that if you haven't. And so now please join us in singing our hymn, Wayaya, and the music will be projected, or will be out there, and there will be words on the screen also. And it's a little different. We've only done it a couple of times. I really like it. I think it's fun. But, and the words do go right to the beats of the music. And so once, maybe after the first frame or so, you'll kind of get it. So just do your best to follow along with the words. And that would be shared. sorrows and joys. Some of us come today with deep personal sorrows, concerns, and we open our hearts to you. If you have a deep personal sorrow or concern that you would like to share this morning, please unmute yourself and also please state your name.
Hello, my name is Linda Linson, and hi everyone, it's good to see you. Joyce Daisy, one of our friends of Cuff, called me this week to let me know that her sister Sally passed away. Sally was suffering from Alzheimer's disease, and it still is very difficult. This was Joyce's only sister, and her mother and father had passed before. So this was, other than her nieces, this was her only close relative. Sally's husband died a month before. So that family is having a hard time. So if you would just hold Joyce in your hands, that would be good. Thank you.
I'll wait just a minute more and see if anybody else has anything they'd like to share. Some of us also come this morning with joys and things that we're celebrating. And we would like to share your joy and celebrate with you. If you have something, if you have a personal joy, something that you're celebrating, please unmute yourself and again say your name and please share with us.
Hi, it's Mary Campbell. I shared this at Vespers Wednesday night, but Eric saw his oncologist again this past week, and what she said is that what they told him at the very beginning, they could not totally shrink the tumor in his brain, and he knew that, but they're saying that when he rounds of chemo, they will just monitor him for for however long. They think it'll be another 4 to 5 years before they'll have to do anything else. But we always knew the tumor would not go away. But they are very pleased with his progress. And so we're as happy as we can be knowing that it's still there, but that he's doing well. And he's still working. He's still being his normal, sarcastic Eric self. He can't wait to dye his hair again when he doesn't have to have MRI. So he's doing fine.
Anyone else? You can raise your hand or unmute yourself. Right. Well, we will proceed then. Well, I will, in honor of these sorrows and joys that were shared, and those that were not shared that we're holding in our hearts, I will light these 2 candles, and then also please join me in a moment of silence. All right, if we're ready, I think I'm ready. Now is the time for our shared readings. And so I'm hoping that many of you have brought some shared readings. And oh, you know what? I forgot one thing. Let me go back. I'm sorry. I forgot the offering part. Like we share our sorrows and our joys, we also share our resources. We share our time and our money and our creativity and our energy and our wisdom and our experiences, and we share so much with each other, and it's what keeps everything going. And so thank you so much for all that you do for our fellowship. There is information in our bulletin about how you can send in your pledge or donations. We are not doing social action Sundays anymore, we're doing social action months. And this month our social action recipient is UU the Vote and Vote Love, which are the UUA and the state UUA organizations, their campaigns about voting. And in 2 weeks, Reverend Bill Sasso will share with us more about these important campaigns and how they can help us to engage in the democratic process, engage more people in that, and also these campaigns can help us to enact social justice. So they're very important. So we'll hear more about those in 2 weeks, but there is information also in your bulletin. So now we will open up for the shared readings, and I hope you have a short reading. I hope, or a quote, or a poem, or something you've written, something somebody else has written. We would love to hear things you've been thinking about, things that are meaningful to you. I know a lot of people have been doing more reading than they normally do during these times. And so maybe you found something that's been really meaningful or helpful to you, and we'd love to hear it. So if you have a reading, please unmute yourself and share with us.
Hi, good morning. I have a poem written by Reverend Dr. Lynn Ungar. It's called Pandemic. What if you What if you thought of it as the Jews consider the Sabbath, the most sacred of times? Cease from travel, cease from buying and selling, give up just for now, or on trying to make the world different than it is. Sing, pray, touch only those to whom you commit your life. Center down. And when your body has become still, reach out with your heart. Know that we are connected in ways that are terrifying and beautiful. You could hardly deny it now. Know that our lives are in one another's hands. Surely that has come clear. Do not reach out with your hands. Reach out your heart. Reach out your words. Reach out all the tendrils of compassion that move invisibly where we cannot touch. Promise this world your love, for better or for worse, in sickness and in health, so long as we all shall live.
Thank you.
I have one that was submitted by Miriam Link Mollison. She couldn't be here today to be with us, but she sent a reading, and I'd like to read it to you. When despair for the world grows in me, and I wake in the night at the least sound, in fear of what my life and my children's lives may be, I go and lie down where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water, and the great heron feeds. I come into the peace of wild things who do not tax their lives with forethought of grief. I come into the presence of still water. And I feel above me the day blind stars waiting with their light. For a time I rest in the grace of the world and am free. And that's by Wendell Berry.
Thank you, Toby. Love that one.
I have actually one that was submitted by Reverend Sarah, so I want to make sure that I deliver this one. This reading is from Maggie Oman Shannon. My help is in the mountain where I take myself to heal the earthly wounds that people give to me. I find a rock with sun on it and a stream where the water runs gentle, and the trees which one by one give me company. So I must stay for a long time until I have grown from the rock and the stream is running through me, and I cannot tell myself from one tall tree. Then I know that nothing touches me nor makes me run away. My help is in the mountain that I take away with me. Earth, cure me. Earth, receive my woe. Rock, strengthen me. Rock, receive my weakness. Rain, wash my sadness away. Rain, receive my doubt. Sun, make sweet my song. Sun, receive the anger from my heart. Well, actually, I'm a little confused because it says it's from Nancy Wood, actually. My printout, I'm not sure which one, but it's one of those two people. Thanks.
I have one. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I have a poem by Mary Oliver called Mysteries, 4 of the Simple Ones. How does the seed grain feel when it is just beginning to be wheat? And how does the catbird feel when the blue eggs break and become little catbirds, maybe on Midsummer Night's Eve and without fanfare? And how does the turtle feel as she covers her eggs with the sweep of her feet, then leaves them for the world to take care of? Does she know her accomplishment? And when the blue heron beak feather fall, does he know I will find it? Will he see me holding it in my hand as he opens his wings softly and without a sound as he rises and floats over the water? And this is just any day at the edge of the pond, a black and leafy pond without a name until I named it. And what else can we do when the mysteries present themselves but hope to pluck them from the basket, the brisk words that will applaud them? The heron, the turtle, the catbird, the seed grain kneeling in the dark earth, its body opening into the golden world.
I have one to share. This is Kathy. This is by Diane Ackerman, who wrote Natural History of the Senses. And it was a poem that was shared in a session that I was at the UUA General Assembly online last week. So, in the name of the daybreak and the eyelids of morning and the wayfaring moon and the night when it departs, I swear I will not dishonor my soul with hatred, but offer myself humbly as a guardian of nature, as a healer of misery, as a messenger of wonder, as an architect of peace. In the name of the sun and its mirrors and the day that embraces it, and the cloud veils drawn over it, and the uttermost night, and the male and the female, and the plants bursting with seed, and the crowning seasons of the firefly and the apple, I will honor all life wherever and in whatever form it may dwell, on earth my home, and in the mansions of the stars.
I have one, and it too is by Mary Oliver. This one is called When I Am Among the Trees. When I am among the trees, especially the willows and the honey locust, well, equally the beech, the oaks, and the pines, they give off such hints of gladness. I would almost say that they save me, and daily. I'm so distant from the hope of myself, in which I have goodness and discernment, and never hurry through the world, but walk slowly and bow often. Around me the trees stir in their leaves and call out, stay a while. The light flows from their branches, and they call again. It's simple, they say, and you too have come into the world to do this, to go easy, to be filled with light, and to shine.
Anybody else have one to share? Got a few. Oh, there we go.
All right.
Jody, okay, go ahead. I
This
know
one-
that's cool. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. This one, not exactly sure why I picked this. It just, when the shared readings was coming up, it's something that came up in my mind right away, and it's just something that a song that's really resonating with me, always has, but right now the imagery in my mind when I hear it is speaks a lot to just kind of the tenderness and fragility of life and kind of the fleeting recognition of the divine. And I really connect with bluebirds, and it's weird, on my walks, probably for about the past year or two, like no other time, and it's just so constant that it can't be coincidence, but bluebirds will just fly around me and in front of me and follow me on my walks, and it's just delightful, and it's so persistent and insistent that I recognize them and their message. So this song reminds me of that, and it also for some reason I'm thinking a lot about my children as they get ready to both be gone and go off to college. So this is a song called Flock of Birds by a band called Coldplay. A flock of birds hovering above, just a flock of birds. That's how you think of love. And I always look up to the sky, pray before the dawn, 'cause they fly always. Sometimes they arrive, sometimes they are gone. They fly on. A flock of birds hovering above. Into smoke I'm turned and rise, following them up. Still, I always look up to the sky, pray before the dawn, 'cause they fly away. One minute they arrive, one minute they're gone. They fly on. They fly on. So fly on, ride through. Maybe one day I'll fly next to you. They fly on, ride through. Maybe one day I come fly with you. Fly on, fly on, fly on.
Anyone else like to share a reading? Okay, I'm looking through the screen, making sure. All right, it looks real quick. Unmute yourself and get it out there if you have one. All right.
I've been texting with Pam.
Okay.
She and I keep referring her to the Cuff emails. And if any,
She's in now.
is she in now?
Yeah, I just let her in. I
Good.
didn't notice her up there before. I was lost in poem land.
All right, that's fine. She can. Okay, good.
Hi, Pam. I don't see you right now, but if we are doing our shared readings, and if you have a reading to share,
Here she is.
she does. Or no?
Hi,
Oh.
Pam. Did you
Oh, I
have a
see you
reading?
now.
I'm here.
Do you have a reading that you would like to share, Pam?
No.
Okay. All right.
All
Just
right.
making sure. Okay, good deal. I can see you. Well, welcome. Sorry that there was, sorry it took you a little bit. All right. Well, thank you so much for,
I don't have,
what, Mary?
I don't have read about going through my journals and looking at them and stuff. And there's this T-shirt. I had to just share with you this. A lot of T-shirts I see on Facebook I connect with, but this one is from my niece. And the T-shirt says, Irish woman, the soul of a witch, the fire of a lioness, the heart of a hippie, and the mouth of a sailor. That fits both Bridget and I, so it's like.
I think they made that for you.
That's cool. All right. Anybody else? I'm going to give it like 2 seconds. So.
Mary, are you gonna get that T-shirt for yourself? For goodness sakes.
Mary, you muted.
I have some T-shirts I sink money into another one, but it just does speak pretty truthful. So
Maybe
I can get one made locally. So.
Well, thank you so much to all who shared. I appreciate that. I always enjoy this service. It's one of my favorites, and makes me think a little bit of Russ Trimble, and so missing him a little bit this morning. So anyway, all right. So I would like to just remind you that though we are not meeting in the building, there is all kinds of really wonderful stuff going on at the fellowship, or with the fellowship, I guess, and with everybody. And so please check out the announcements and the weekly bulletin. You can find out about all the things that we're doing and we're still part of. There's lots of ways to be involved in things, ways to help, and also just ways to be in community. So I invite you to look at be sure to check out the announcements. There's still so much going on. I also want to make a special thank you to our wonderful musician, Maki Ito Perdiak. She's always amazing, and her wonderful student, Emily Young, also just amazing, like just wow. And what a way to start a service and start a morning. And I also want to make a special thank you to the Sunday Service Committee. I'm just so thankful for such a cool team to work with, and just thinking outside the box and trying to figure out how we're going to keep doing things. And it's been challenging, but it's been also kind of fun, and like challenging, I guess, in a fun way. Maybe that's what I should say. And so I'm just really thankful. And I want to make a special thank you to Amy Weber. I don't think people realize all that she does, just putting so many things together, and the tech part. And she keeps me like feeling sane, because that's the part that just stresses me out. And she's like, oh, it's fine, we'll do it, it's good. So thank you so much, Amy. You make things a lot less stressful for me, so I really appreciate it. And I don't think we have any new people this morning, if I'm seeing my screen right. But if by some chance I'm missing somebody, please feel free to stay for coffee hour and introduce yourself to us. And now it's time for the benediction. If you're with someone, and you can join hands, or if you're not, you can raise your palms to receive. And now we'll have the benediction. And the words this morning are by Cynthia Landrum. And again, I really like this one. We leave this gathered community, but we don't leave our connection, our concerns, or our care for each other. Our service to each other, to the world, and to our faith continues. Until we are together again, friends, be strong, be well, be true, and be loving. And now please join me in our sung benediction, Blessings of Love, and the words will be on the screen.
May the blessings of love rest upon you. May
All right, go in peace with love for justice. Blessed be, and please join us for coffee hour starting right now. Thank you.